Alright, so I did not expect this, but No Rest for the Wicked might be one of the most refreshingly weird, beautiful, and punishing ARPGs I've played in a long time. I mean, it's up there with PoE 2, Path of Exile 2. It's gritty, cinematic, and deeply layered, but it's also got some hilarious quirks. Today I'm going to be diving into what makes this indie gem stand out and why it's got me addicted, and even when I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah. So when I booted up the game, I was hit with this pale, washed-out look. At first I thought it was a stylistic choice. Maybe the world is supposed to look like it was bleached by the plague. But it turns out HDR was on automatically. And I mean, it absolutely wrecked the visuals. Just completely wrecked them. The game looked terrible. In my opinion, it was just very chalky. So anyways, after some Reddit sleuthing, I turned off HDR and boom. Wow. Why didn't I think of that beforehand? Why did I not think that that would have been an HDR problem? Well, completely different game, nonetheless. Suddenly the colors popped, the shadows had depth, and everything looked like it was meant to be. So yeah, I played about probably 3 or 4 hours of the game on chalk mode, if that makes sense. So yeah, HDR failing. Just failing. Gloriously failing. So yeah, turn off HDR, because it's not working. Maybe they'll fix it in the future. I'm sure they will. But if you have an HDR monitor, do yourself a favor, turn it off. Game looks better without it. So let's talk about the character creator. So yeah, I don't know what was going on with this the default model, and quite frankly, it doesn't matter how much you change the model. It's just hilarious. I mean, I laughed out loud, and the dude's arms were just huge, gigantic. Huge arms, like cartoonishly huge, and the rest of his body was like designed by someone with Microsoft Paint that had a broken mouse. Like that's what it looked like. I mean, I get it, it's a stylistic game, that's the game's art style, right? Great, I love it. But the huge limbs and awkward posing, like, interesting, kind of hilarious. So honestly, I love it. It's charming, right? It gave the character, I suppose. The game has character. So I felt like I was going to be playing a gritty fantasy version of Popeye. So yeah, eat your spinach, kids. The game doesn't coddle you, so it does not hold your hand, which is great. There's no blinking arrow telling you where to go. Half the time I wasn't even sure if I was on the right path. And weirdly, it was kind of refreshing. I am incredibly tired of games holding your hand and babying you through it, and just making it way too easy. Like, where's the challenge? Where's the game? What's the point of playing a game if it pretty much just plays itself, right? So No Rest for the Wicked makes you backtrack. Oh, backtracking, the grind, right? Oh man, this game is grindy. Fair warning. If you hate grindy games, might as well just stop watching right now. But a lot of the backtracking or the grinding is good. It's a good thing, right? So it makes the world feel real. You stumble into side areas, there's vertical shortcuts, hidden loot paths, and before you know it, you're uncovering a whole section you missed the first time around, or you couldn't access the first time around, right? It's one of those rare games where getting lost feels like part of the experience. Verticality is the secret weapon, so I can't emphasize this enough. This game has the best vertical design I've seen in an ARPG. It's not a flat map. You're not just going to be running on flat maps like your typical Diablo 3 or Last Epoch ARPG. You're climbing up ruined castle walls, dropping into plagued pits, hopping onto rooftops, across rooftops. It creates this feeling of real elevation and depth that most games in this genre just don't even attempt. And it's not just for the aesthetic, it's for combat, exploration, finding secrets. I found an entire shortcut by jumping off a ledge I wasn't even sure was safe. Yeah, so I like loading screens. Anyway, it's stuff like this that makes the exploration addictive. Housing. So housing. Yes, there is housing in the game, and there's multiple houses for you to save up for and buy. And you can build or buy furniture and put them inside the houses. You know, it's a very generalized housing system. It's cool. You know, the furniture has reasons for it. You know, there's an alchemy table, a blacksmithing station, a tanning station, all that jazz. There's chests so you can put your gear in, or your mats, tables, chairs, all that stuff. So yeah, if you want to look at all the houses, I'm sure the YouTuber that has posted a video on them showing you, basically showcasing every single house in the game. Yeah, so It's just a nice little place for you to kick back and stash your loot. Little resting area, little house to hang out in and decorate. So, combat. Oh yes, the combat. Now this is where the Dark Souls shines, in my opinion. Combat is heavy, punishing. Every swing just feels meaningful. Every dodge matters. You don't just swing wildly. You can't run into there gung-ho, guns a-blazing, or swords a-swinging, whatever you want to call it, and just expect to win. Yeah, unless you enjoy loading screens, that is. But yeah. So yeah, it's the combat feels weighty. It's good. I enjoy it. You just gotta play it. Just think of like Dark Souls and Breath of the Wild had a baby with the combat. It's good. So then there's the loot. Oh man, the loot. I love games with loot. Yeah, loot's great. So the game has chests everywhere, and I'm not complaining. I love loot, right? It's the perfect amount. You're constantly picking up new gear, which you can break down, sell, or upgrade. It feels like that sweet ARP. It really hits that sweet ARPG dopamine loop pretty well, in my opinion. So along with the loot, you know, it's like your standard RPG. You can put points into things, level up your character, update different crafters to essentially make it easier for you to craft new things. Yeah, it's good. It's got a good loop. What I really want to praise is the Crucible. This is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the Crucible. Crucible is like this roguelike arena system where you enter randomized challenges, basically little waves, different like dungeons or like rooms full of enemies that you have to clear and collect this resource, right? And this resource allows you to buy, you know, upgrades for your run. Basically, you enter and there's these random enemies you have to go up and fight. It reminds me of Diablo 3's Rifts or ESO's archive system. If you guys have played those particular things in those games. It's intense, fun, and honestly one of the coolest additions I've seen in this genre for a while. Like, I know Diablo 3 has the rifts, but this is a little different because you collect this resource and add buffs to your run, and therefore after, I think it's every 5 rooms, you enter into this room where you can talk to this merchant, this weird looking thing, otherworldly thing, to upgrade it or buy things and stuff like that. There's also boss battles as well, which is cool. It actually kind of reminds me of the Bloodborne boss battles, in my opinion. Very dark and grungy, gritty. Yeah. So the Crucible, once you get to it, enjoy it. It's fun. I like it a lot. It's also part of the main story, so you have to do it. So yeah, if you don't like it, well, that's unfortunate. So we'll talk about the story a little bit and the atmosphere. Now, I wasn't expecting much of a story. I don't know why. I guess I do know why, actually. So, I think I played through Diablo 3 probably 3-4 times. The story, which is a lot. So, I just played the heck out of the game. And it had a decent story. I liked it. But I do feel like a lot of ARPGs that you do find nowadays do not have a good story. I haven't played 4 because, well, one, I don't have a lot of time to invest in it, and I know that game has actually been coined as a good dad game, which is hilarious, considering that's the reason why I don't play that game. But I'm just not interested in it. I like Blizzard. I played a lot of World of Warcraft and back in the day. Played Diablo 3 a lot, but Diablo 4 just wasn't something that was interesting to me anyway. But maybe I'll play it someday. But yeah, so like last Epoch, that story was incredibly hard to follow. I just don't feel like it really gripped you and hung on to you. Path of Exile 2, it was better. It was good. I just couldn't follow as well as Diablo 3. And maybe it's my age. Maybe I just struggle to follow stories for some weird reason. I don't know. But I do think that the story in this game, No Rest for the Wicked, is better. It's good. It's got a lot of cutscenes and good artistic visuals, I guess. Just, it's good. I don't know. I don't have a problem following it. So, yeah, it's interesting. It kept me interested. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting much, but honestly, it's good. The world is dark, mysterious, but the narrative pulls you in slowly. And, yeah, very surprisingly cinematic cutscenes. Indie game, small team, big vision. I love indie studios. I feel like they really hit home and really hit home runs lately. Like, they're just good. It's like everybody that got laid off in the mass layoffs after COVID with these developer studios, they all went and formed their own small studios, and they went like, hey, we know how to create games. We're going to make the games that we wanted to make, not the games we were told to make, which I just love. So yeah, the most insane part about this game is it was made by a small team of indie developers. Yeah, like, what? This does not look like an indie game. Like, I guess it kind of does, but it doesn't play like one. It plays so good. You'd never guess from the quality. Never guess. It blows my mind that a group this size can put out something with this much depth, this much polish, this much soul, while AAA studios, or quadruple A studios, if we want to talk about that. No, I'm just kidding. Next, different video, right? So while those quadruple A studios are out here giving us broken live service slogs. Yes, this game proves that passion and vision is still important, and it still matters, and it shows in every corner of the world. So, no rest for the wicked. It's rough around the edges, but it's got heart. It plays smoothly, I will say. It just plays very good. But it's one of those games that, feels different. It's got its own vibe. It doesn't seem like a copy and paste, which is getting incredibly old. So if you like the challenge, if you like exploration that doesn't hold your hand, and if you want a game that feels handcrafted instead of churned out, you need to give this one a shot. So drop your wildest Crucible moment in the comments. Did you get lost for 30 minutes like I did? Let me know. Hit that like button, sub for more raw, honest reviews, and until next time, this is Cypherbite signing off with a full backpack full of loot and sore legs from all that backtracking.